So when you create a training, there are 3 different ways you can get your training into Schoology. The first way would be to go to your webinar or meeting or whichever program you're using, and you'll notice you'll go into My Recordings, and there will be this link. You can copy this link by Control-C or Command-C and paste that into Schoology, and we'll take a look at that portion of it in a moment. The next way you can get your recordings into Schoology would be to go to where things are downloaded in My Downloads. All right, so the next way to get your recording would be to use the file that is downloaded after you have completed your webinar. So I'm on a Mac. I'm going to go to my Finder, and on a PC you would go find your files, and you have to know where they're recorded. I believe they're in your documents, and I believe that Goto creates a recordings folder. So look for that folder and then look for the MP4. So here it is, Tech Tips and my MP4. So I'm going to click on this file. Now that I've located it, what I'm going to do is I can have a couple options. I can put it into my Google Drive, or I can put it into YouTube. So let's look at both of those. To go into YouTube, you'll open up a new tab, go over to your apps, go to More, click YouTube, and it should log you in if your Chrome and your YouTube settings are the same. If not, you'll have to log in. Now we're going to go to Upload. We know where that file is. We're going to click right here to upload it. Tips. And now that we've found it, we're going to click on it, and we're going to open this one. So now it's going to begin the uploading process. That's going to take a few moments. We'll have to come back and see what happens. When you are done, you can choose how you want to share this. You'll notice right here it says public right above where your image is. If you want this to be unlisted just for IEM, for example, you can click unlisted, and then when you go to do the process in the Schoology, only people who have that link or log into Schoology will be able to see it. So it's semi-private. In other words, it's not going to show up when you do a search in your YouTube settings. So while that is processing, let's take a look at how do you put it into your Google Drive. The next option would be Google Drive. So you can go over here to your new tab, wait for your apps icon, click Google Drive. We're going to click New. We're going to upload a file. And since I just did something with it, it came up at the top. You may again have to go to your recordings folder and do a little searching, find your tech tips, and we're going to open it. Now again, just like on the other one, it took a little bit of time before it comes up. Once it comes up, we'll take a look at how do you change those share settings. Once your video is complete, this box in the bottom will show up, and you're going to click Share, and you can make some choices. You really don't want anybody to edit it, so you're going to go to Get Shareable Link, and you're going to change this to other options. Just so you know, you can make it so that anyone can find it and access it. You can make it so anyone with the link can find it. You can make it public on the web so anybody can search Google and find this particular item. If these two options are probably the one you want to choose. Anyone can find and access is probably a good choice, and then click Save. And then we're going to talk about how to copy the link into Schoology in just a moment. So now let's take a look at Schoology. I'm going to use my sandbox as an example. So you're going to create a folder for your materials. And let's call this part of your module. So let's call it Module 1. And here's your folder. We've created the folder. Now we're going to go back down into here and go into our folder. We're going to add a page. And let's call this on Lesson on Tech Tips. So to do that, we go to Insert Content, 2 different options, image and media would be how to get the YouTube. So we're going to go from the web, we're going to click media, and now it's going to give us this link embed. It wants us to put a special code here. So we have to go over to our YouTube, and it's telling me that I can't do this one without verifying my account. Interesting, never done that before. So you might run into this too. So I'm going to say, text me my verification code. I'm going to give them my Google Voice number. I'm not sure if that's going to work. I'm not a robot. Oh, I heard it buzz. So it gave me a verification code. Okay, so if that happened to you, you'll see this exact same screen. Okay, so now it's here. Once it is in this area, we're going to want to find the share settings. This is a URL. Now remember, I wanted to embed it, and the difference between just giving a link and embedding would mean that no one has to leave Schoology in order to see the information. So I want to go to, let's go to my dashboard. And let's go right here again to this one. Let's click on it again. I don't want to actually listen to it. It's private. Only I can see it. That's the problem. So what I want to do is make it unlisted. So if that happens to you, probably because of that incident with the links. Try it one more time. Finally, we can get to my embed. Hi. All right, so now we've got our embed code. We're going to copy that. We're going to Schoology. We're going to paste it. And finally, we have our video into Schoology. Okay, now let's see, how do you put the video from your Google Drive into Schoology? So you go to Edit Page. Same thing. We're going to go Insert Content, but this time we're going to choose Google Drive. It's right here. Now remember, if you just click on it, that doesn't do what you want. What you want to do is go over here to Import Embed, Save Changes. It's still processing it, but it's got the idea. So that is how to put your GoToMeeting recording into Schoology either through Google Drive or through YouTube.